Imagine this, you know SQL, you want to break into data engineering, but the space feels too big, too complicated. Where do you even start? Here is the secret. The easiest entry point to the data engineering is the analytics engineer role. And the number one skill you need for that job is DBT Core. In this video, I will walk through the entire DBT Core curriculum, from the absolute fundamentals to the latest 2025 innovations. So, you know exactly what to learn and in what order. If you are new to DataSurface, I highly recommend watching our Data Engineering Fundamentals playlist first. It paints the big picture of the data engineering landscape, the different roles and tech stacks you need to know. And here is the best part. If you only know SQL and you want to break into data engineering, the analytics engineer role is the most accessible entry point. To land that role, one of the key skills you absolutely need is DBT. So, if you want a full context, watch the playlist. It will make the roadmap we're about to cover even more powerful. Let's dive into the curriculum. We'll start with the fundamentals of DBT. We start with the fundamentals. What is DBT? Why does it matter? And how it is different from traditional ETL tools. Here, we'll see how DBT fits into the modern data stack and why it has become the backbone of analytics engineering. We will also see which data warehouse platforms are supported by DBT. This module is all about building context. You will understand the what and the why before we dive into the how. Then we'll move on to the module 2, installation and setup. Next, we roll up our sleeves and install DBT Core. We'll set up VS Code and Python environments, configure the profiles.yml file to connect a warehouse like a Snowflake or BigQuery, and get comfortable with the DBT commands like DBT run, DBT debug, and DBT test. Think of this step as a setting up your analytics engineer workstation. Now, move on to the module 3, anatomy of DBT project. Now, we will explore the heart of DBT project. We will create a project with DBT in it, break down its structure, and learn about important folders like models, tests, macros, seed, snapshots. We will basically understand that entire DBT project folder structure. We'll also cover naming conventions, best practices, and the layer structures like a staging, intermediate, and marks. By the end of this module, you will see how DBT organizes the data, work like a true software project. Now, move on to the module 4, core DBT models. This is where the magic happens, basically building the data transformations. We will write SQL models, use ref function to manage dependencies, and choose from different materializations like views, tables, incremental, and ephemeral, and snapshots. We'll also see how to use config for advanced settings. We'll also explore the DRY principles. Don't repeat yourself. Which means, for example, like instead of writing the same SQL logic in multiple models, you can move into a macro, which is a reusable function. So it's a kind of a one-time development, and you can reuse multiple times in multiple places as part of the different models. Now, this is where you begin thinking like a developer in the analytics engineering world. Now, move on to the module 5, sources, seeds, and snapshots. In this module, DBT connects to a real data world. We'll define sources, load CSV into warehouses with the seeds, and capture historical changes with the snapshots, helping you track slowly changing dimensions. This is how analytics engineer ensures both the accuracy and history of data. Also, we will discuss about practical scenarios for seeds and snapshots. Now, move on to the module 6, testing and data quality. So, testing is non-negotiable for anyone working with the data. We'll use built-in tests like a unique, not null, relationships, and also we will write our own custom tests and even use advanced packages like DBT expectations. And here's the exciting part. DBT Core now supports unit testing as a brand new 2025 feature. So we'll see all these testing capabilities provided by DBT Core as part of this module. So with this module, you are no longer just building pipelines, you are building trustworthy pipelines. We'll move on to the module 7, documentation and lineage. An analytics engineer works in never complete without documentation. We'll add descriptions to models and columns, generate docs, sites with the DBT, and visualize the lineage graph. So this helps teams and business users understand not just the numbers, but why they came from, where they came from. With a single command, you can generate the entire documentation and you can share the documentation with the stakeholders. Now move on to the module 8, Jinja's macros and reusability. So here is where DBT shines as more than just SQL. With Jinja templating, we can use loops, conditionals, and variables to make SQL reusable. We also write macros, explore community packages, and even build custom materializations. So this is how analytics engineers scale their work across big teams and projects. Now move on to the module 9, advanced modeling and performance. At this stage, you will be working like a professional DBT developer. We'll build incremental models for huge datasets, optimize queries for cost and performance, and use ephemeral models for efficient queries. Partitioning and clustering techniques will also come into play. This is where you learn to balance performance and scalability of DBT. Then move on to the final module, latest DBT Core innovations or features of 2025. And finally, we cover the latest DBT Core features that every analytics engineer should know. The Fusion engine powered by Rust, making DBT 30x faster. The official VS Code extension for autocomplete and inline previews, and column level lineage for precision data governance. AI powered features like DBT Copilot and Insights. By staying ahead with these updates, you will position yourself as a feature ready analytics engineer. Also, we will cover with the GitHub Copilot integration with DBT Core, which makes developers' life more easy. And that's the complete DBT Core curriculum. Your roadmap becoming a DBT developer or analytics engineer. If you are aiming to enter the data engineering space in the easiest and smartest way possible, this is it. Here at DataSurface, our mission is to simplify data engineering and help you build a feature-proof skills. So, if you found this valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because we have got an entire DBT Core series coming up that you won't want to miss. Thank you. See you in the next video.